President Trump orders a mid-flight change in the cockpit, but the pilot's bold refusal sparks a heated standoff. The cockpit of Air Force One hums with quiet precision, a symphony of blinking lights and steady controls. Major Daniel Carter, a seasoned U.S. Air Force officer, sits in the pilot's seat, his hands steady on the yoke, eyes scanning the instruments. His co-pilot, Captain Emily Hayes, monitors the radar, her focus unbroken. The plane cruises at 35,000 feet, carrying the most powerful man in the world to his next destination. But the calm is about to shatter. The cockpit door opens with a soft click, and President Donald Trump steps inside, his presence filling the small space. Secret Service agents hover just outside, their shadows visible through the doorway. Trump, in a sharp navy suit with a red tie, adjusts his cufflinks, his expression a mix of curiosity and command. Major Carter glances over his shoulder, nodding respectfully. "Mr. President," Carter says, his voice steady. "Good to see you, sir." Trump raises his hand in a gesture of authority, his palm open, a faint smile on his face. "Major, I've been thinking," he begins, his tone carrying that familiar confidence. "We're flying over Ohio right now, aren't we?" Carter nods, his eyes flicking back to the controls. "Yes, sir. We're on course, passing over Ohio." As they head to their scheduled stop, Trump steps closer, his hand still raised, his voice firm. "I want you to adjust the flight path. Let's do a flyover of Columbus. My supporters down there, they'd love to see Air Force One. It'll be a great moment, a symbolic gesture. They'll talk about it for years." The air in the cockpit thickens. Captain Hayes glances at Carter, her eyebrows raised slightly, but she says nothing. Carter's grip on the yoke tightens, his mind racing. A flyover might sound simple, but Air Force One doesn't deviate from its flight plan. Not without clearance. Not without considering security protocols, air traffic control, and a dozen other factors. He turns to face Trump, his expression calm but resolute. "Mr. President," Carter says carefully, "I understand the sentiment, sir, but I'm afraid that's not possible. We have strict safety and protocol regulations. A deviation like that requires prior approval from multiple agencies, and we can't risk any security concerns." Trump's smile fades, his hand lowering slightly. He leans forward, his voice dropping to a more intense tone. "Major, I'm the President of the United States. I'm telling you to make it happen. It's a simple flyover. My people deserve to see this plane. They elected me, after all." Carter holds Trump's gaze, his jaw set. He's flown Air Force One for years, trained to handle pressure, but this is a test unlike any other. He knows the stakes. Disobeying a direct order from the president could have consequences, but compromising safety protocols could be catastrophic. He takes a slow breath, choosing his words with precision. "Sir," Carter says, his voice firm but respectful, "I have the utmost respect for you and your office, but my primary duty is to ensure your safety and the safety of everyone on board. A last-minute change like this, it's too risky. We'd need clearance from the FAA, coordination with local air traffic, and a full security assessment. I can't authorize that without proper protocol." Trump's eyes narrow, his hand dropping to his side. He steps closer, his voice rising slightly. "You're telling me no?" His tone sharpens. "I've flown on plenty of planes, Major. I know what's possible. I'm not asking for a landing, just a quick flyover. Make it happen." The tension in the cockpit is palpable. Captain Hayes shifts in her seat, her hands hovering over the controls, ready to assist if needed. The hum of the engine seems louder now, filling the silence between the two men. Carter doesn't flinch. He knows he's right, and he knows Trump needs to hear it. "Mr. President," Carter says, his tone unwavering, "I've flown this aircraft through storms, through threats, through every challenge imaginable. I've never compromised on safety, and I won't start now. Not even for a flyover. If we deviate without clearance, we risk everything. I'm sorry, sir, but my answer is no." Trump stares at Carter, his expression unreadable. For a moment, it feels like the standoff might escalate. The Secret Service agents outside the door shift slightly, sensing the tension. But then, something shifts in Trump's demeanor. He straightens, his lips pressing into a thin line, and he nods slowly. "You're a tough one, Major," Trump says, his voice softer now, a hint of respect in his tone. "I like that. You're doing your job, keeping us safe. I can respect that." Carter exhales quietly, his shoulders relaxing just a fraction. "Thank you, sir," he says, his voice steady. "I appreciate your understanding." Trump adjusts his tie, glancing at the control panel one last time. Keep us on course then, he says, his tone lighter. But next time, maybe we'll plan that flyover ahead of time. He gives Carter a nod, a silent acknowledgement of the officer's professionalism, and turns to leave. The cockpit door closes behind him, the Secret Service agents following in his wake. Carter and Hayes exchange a quick glance, the tension finally breaking. Carter turns back to the controls, his focus returning to the flight ahead, a faint sense of pride in his chest. He'd stood his ground and earned the president's respect in the process. If this moment got your heart racing, don't forget to subscribe for more thrilling moments like this one. Drop a comment below. What would you have done in the pilot's seat? Let's keep the conversation.